We are on the last episode of this whole Toyota RV renovation. The last episode of the renovation before we go camping. The next video in this series will be when we take it out camping. We had such a good time, I can't wait to show you all. And this is the second video, part 2, of working on the outside. I decided here at the end it was getting too long with all the exterior work we were doing, so I just split the video into 2 different videos. So I warn you in advance, this is a very long-winded, chatty video. It's not my normal where I show you a lot of the process. I talk a lot more telling you guys problems that we had, things we had to do to it, and then I show you what we did. So bear with me, this video is just a bit more chatty than normal. And make sure to stick to the end. We got a product for our kayaks for the camper that has come in really handy and we love it. So make sure to check that out. We'll be talking more about it on our camping trip and giving you guys a full review of it, but we really like it. So I hope you enjoy the last video of our renovation before we go camping. So we are headed off to a welding shop. The bumper in the back hangs crooked, it's not real solid. And I called a couple different shops and they were like booked out. But I called one I just found on Google that's right close here and he could do it today. He said it won't take long at all. No idea if he's good or not. We're crossing our fingers and he sounded like it was gonna be pretty cheap, so. Bubba's sitting here in the front with me. No airbags, so I think it's legal with an old vehicle like this. He wasn't able to really fix it. He tried. He said it was pretty messed up. I do think it still can be fixed if you find the right person. He was only going to charge me $5. I wanted to give him more and he wouldn't let me, so $5, not bad, but he couldn't get it fixed by just welding. I'm hoping I can take it to someone that can maybe beef it up a little bit with some other metal. We'll see. Maybe I can do it later. Anyway, so that was unsuccessful. We are gonna put the AC roof on, or actually Nolan is. I'm not. That's his not happy face. You need my help? Check up top.
Sure, I weighed it down with something.
So, good morning. Today we are putting on the AC again. What happened was Nolan went to put the AC on last time. He had it all in place pretty much, not the insides hooked up yet. And then we realized that it probably doesn't have a proper seal because you're not supposed to actually seal it off with silicone. And the old seal ring that goes around the hole was pretty wore out. So after doing some research and talking to people, we realized we really need to put a new gasket on. So today, the whole AC is coming back off. Here is our new gasket for around the AC. So hopefully that won't leak. You're amazing.
Thank you.
It is finished. Nolan has the AC back on and we're pretty much sealed up now. And a few days ago I went and took lap sealant and went over all the edges, all the places where the tape ended. Like I did a lot of Eternabond tape on the top. So we just have a few screws holding this in place while we go take it to the shop, and then we're gonna finish bolting everything down and finishing the interior AC. It's still not completed, but it's completed for weather. So here is our new roof with all the sealant. I think it looks pretty nice. When we were changing this, there's a couple places that scratched open, sadly. But the second time we used a blanket, so that didn't happen. But yep, I'm pretty happy with it. So tonight we're leaving on our trip, hopefully, Lord willing. And we actually got the camper completely sealed up, buttoned up for weather. And now we're taking it to a shop to get some body work done on it, just some real quick welding fixes. And Nolan wanted to stop by and show his crew, which they're working locally. He wanted to show them the camper, so it was kind of funny seeing them all gather around and wondering what they're saying. Anyway, so it's getting to be exciting. We are just pretty much finished. Just a few odds and ends fun jobs, but yeah, can't wait to show you guys the finished product. We got the RV back and we had taken it to a welding shop. So the long story short, we took it to get inspected. There's a few things wrong with it, nothing major, just a brake cable, front bushings need replaced. I had bought parts for that. The rear axle is giving us problems. The guy thought it needed shackles, that he thought the shackles were twisted and needed replaced, which is where the leaf springs bolt onto the frame, I guess, is the way I understand it. I have no idea, I had to look all this up. So we had a local old order Mennonite guy that does a really good job with welding, and we took it over there. He was going to custom make shackles for it. I thought, yay, this is a quick and easy fix. Thankfully, we don't have to replace leaf springs, which are really expensive. He called me today and said, your little Toyota's giving me problems. And we thought the shackles were bent, but when we took them off, they were perfectly fine. And here somehow the axle is being pushed in there, somehow twisted off. I don't think it's bent or anything, but it's not sitting in there correctly. Something like that. So I called a specialist in the area. He can do a free estimate, but he says it sounds expensive. Nothing like that to ruin your day. And by expensive, yeah, low end, like $1,200. So I don't know. Hopefully it's not leaf springs that need replaced. We'll see. Hopefully we can figure out a solution. I'm so ready for this thing to be finished. Anyway, but remember how I had taken this to a little welding shop and he tried to fix it and said it was impossible? Well, this guy fixed it up really nice. He put new brackets on, or whatever you call it, welded a new frame. Extended it onto the frame longer, and now he says it can hold a lot of weight, so we can put bikes and maybe kayaks. We'll see if that's too heavy. Before, this whole bumper was pushed down, and if you stepped on it you could feel the metal give. And so right now, woo, it's awesome. And it didn't cost nearly as much as I thought it might. I was really happily surprised. So now what I'm going to try, well, I'm going to try right now, maybe. The exhaust is leaking at the manifold gasket. This is all the stuff the mechanic's telling me. I don't even know what this stuff is. Okay, so I did my research and I think I got the right gasket for it. The shop was going to charge me $60 just for the gasket. I looked it up and it's like a $20 item. And it looks pretty self-explanatory. I Googled it. And this guy explained the process. It looked very, very basic. I think I'm going to try to replace this to save myself money from paying a mechanic. Yeah, so here we are. The way I understand is this is just a heat guard. This needs to come off. And then way down under there is some little clamp that needs loosened for some reason. And then this whole gasket thing comes off, and then you slide the new, or whatever that is, exhaust comes off, and you slide the new gasket in there. My biggest worry is the rusty bolts, I think. We're gonna give this a try. I'm crazy. I'm just sick of spending money on this. So I have no clue what sizes are. I'm just guessing. Ugh, too little. And I don't even know, isn't there English metric? I wonder if that's right. Ooh, these are rusty. Oh no. Okay, I shouldn't have started this. Look at that, I broke it off. That's not good. I guess I'll have to see if there's any kind of greaser maybe? I shouldn't be doing this, should I? Breaking everything and costing more money. Ah, Janine. Here we go. That looks like something I might need. There goes the second one. Oh man. It's brittle. So So 2 bolts broke off. Not a good thing. Hopefully there's tools on how to get them out, which I'm sure there isn't. I'm not sure about the rest of these. Wow. Just wow. They look pretty bad. Okay, that was a bad idea. I should just know to leave it up to the professionals. Anyway, we'll just take it in somewhere. But I tried. I just hope this old thing doesn't end up costing us a lot, getting it fixed up mechanically, especially that rear axle. We'll see, I guess. We are headed into Harrisburg to take the Toyota to a suspension place. There's a few things that need done to the rear suspension. Thankfully, it's not as big of a deal as we thought it was going to be. Leaf springs are perfectly fine. If they wouldn't have been, that would have been a huge expense. Yeah, this leak that we have in the camper that we still need to figure out has me quite worried because, whew, check out the sky. It's pretty promising of rain, so we're hoping we can beat it in, get it finished, get it back without getting any rain on it. Praying. Man, look at this. Looks like we're headed straight into rain. Why do these things happen to me? We made it without it raining. We're dropping it off here at Stanley Springs in Harrisburg, so hopefully it'll be done in a couple hours. There's Daddy.
The camper.
That's the camper. Well, we just picked the camper up and it started to rain. So, I don't know. Nolan said he might stop in underneath somewhere if it gets too bad. Oh man, makes me edgy. Yay! 5 minutes in, it stopped raining. Let's hope it's this way the whole way home. So, remember how discouraged we were about this leak that we found in the front? We talked to different people, and different people were thinking that it came from one place. The reason being, first off, we did check this window. We sprayed water all over it. I don't think the window is leaking, and we had taken the RV to a camper repair shop and they checked the window and they're pretty sure the window is not leaking. And he also thought that it possibly came from one leak. So on the inside, we have water down in here, and then we had water that came from about right there and went down to here. Then we had water under here as well. And I thought I saw a little bit of spot on the ceiling, like right over the door. So I thought I had sealed where the screws go into the RV, like back before when we had re-screwed them into it. But there's some other spots that I failed to seal up, like some old screw holes, and I don't know if it got in there. We had some pretty hard driving rain. So I went and sealed all around the screw holes, and then when that's all finished, I'm gonna go take Eternabond tape and kind of lap it down over that whole seam and seal that off and do the same to the other side just in case. The other side has like a strip as well. Anyway, so we're hoping that'll take care of it. I'm getting motivated again, interested back in the camper, realizing that it's possibly not as big of a deal as we thought. Yes, it did ruin some things, but I want to seal it and then we'll see if it has any more leaks before we fix that front area up again. It won't take too much to fix it up. We are finished sealing this up. We're pretty sure the leak was over here, but what I did is I ran Eternabond the whole way along this strip because it's old and cracked, and the other side also had a strip that I ran it along. I'm hoping we can still replace the awning eventually. I tried to make it so that we possibly could, but here it is. Here's the tape over the old seam, and right around here I did a lot of caulking, and I might do just a little bit more since the Eternabond's on here, but I'm pretty sure the leak was like either here or right here. There was a screw going in here. It's really rusty and wasn't sealed, or somewhere around in here, and I put a lot of caulk right back in through there. So this is exciting. So now the other thing that kind of spites me, I had went around all these access points like way back and put like a thin strip of foam for a sealant. A lot of that came loose and I don't think I had cleaned it well enough. And once again, the gentleman at the RV place said that I should use like a different kind of sealant, so we should go around and do that yet. I'm not really looking forward to it. I'm kind of tired of this outside sealing stuff. And then the last issue that we have to fix is kind of worrisome. The left blinker does not work. When we took it to the mechanic, he said there's no juice coming to it, so he thinks that there's a line snapped somewhere. My brother thought we should take the whole thing out and check on the inside right at the connection. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I have no idea what I'm looking for, but I'll at least try it. It kind of spiced me because I had the lights all sealed up. Hopefully we can find the problem right here and don't have to go underneath the RV. Once that's finished, everything is ready for inspection. It has a new manifold gasket for the exhaust, so now it won't smell when we're going down the highway. It has new bushings in the back and the front, new bushing bars, I think they call them, new springs in the back. The little issue that we had that we thought might be a big issue ended up being a small issue with the back axle. So the thing is pretty much ready to go. Oh, and we got the AC working in the front. The funny thing is, it's an aftermarket AC. Really rattled and didn't blow anything, and I guess everything was disconnected and there was a nest in the fan, like probably a mouse nest. He cleaned it all up, ordered some new parts. The AC completely works, but the funny thing is, he had to adjust the idle on this thing a little bit higher so it wouldn't stall when we turn the AC on, because it really makes the engine when you turn the AC on. So I'm not sure how much we'll use it because it's already pulling quite a load with this. Plus, we're going to put kayaks on, so we're going to see how that all works out. Anyway, enough of jibber jabber. I'm going to see if I can get this light fixed. Light has to come off again. Okay, we're going to have to peel this off. That's nice and sealed. Okay. I have no idea what's going on here. But there is a wire that's just cut. But there are two wires running in here. So I really have no idea what's going on. I'm gonna call my dad, see if he's bored tonight and wants to come help. We are back, it's dark now, but my brother was able to fix it. First he thought it was pretty extensive and he thought the issue was down in somewhere and I about had a heart attack, and then he figured it out. It was just a real small issue and we got it fixed, so we are ready for inspection. I have the lights back on with butyl tape. Once the butyl tape oozes out a little bit more, I'll finish sealing it off another day. But for now, we are pretty much done. We're having major problems with this septic tank smelling when you drive, and it smells powerful. Like, I think more than it should. I know this is a common problem with RVs and campers, so I looked into it and I heard that this little vent is a really good solution. It turns with the wind direction and it helps pull the odors out of the tank instead of pushing them down into the tank. By the way, it's like 20 bucks on Amazon. I'll have links below if you're interested. But the awful thing is that our black tank's vent is right here, right underneath the ladder, so there's no way this is fitting. Nolan's gonna come out and have a look at it and we're gonna see if we can figure something out. I don't know if we could bend the ladder or something, because we don't really use this ladder. It's pretty unsteady the way it is. Speaking again about the roof vent, it's not going to work under the step, and we were first trying to decide if we could do like an elbow and get it around the ladder, but then I saw that they make another one as well that's supposed to work just as well, if not better, and it's a lot smaller. So I'm going to put this one under the ladder, and then we're actually going to use, so it's not going to waste, we're going to use the spinny cyclone one on the gray water tank, so that there's going to be two vents on there. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do, and I'm hoping I can figure it out. So I have a broom handle here. There's a lot of nests and stuff down this pipe. Let me see if I can. All right, there it is. I have this screen repair tape for the hole in the screen. So as you see, I painted that little plastic pullback thing, and then I cut a piece of the same stuff that's back there on the fridge, put back here. So now we have a screen door that won't let bugs in. And down here I taped on this mesh. I got the wrong color. I thought this was gray, but it's actually black. So that does look a little bit meh, but hey, now we can have a screen door. Yeah. So I'm out here trying to wash up this dirty RV before we go camping. It is really dirty from probably years and years and years of dirt and grime and whatnot. Anyway, there's these stupid skull stickers on in different places, and I bought this label sticker stuff to take it off. And look, it took off the paint. Makes me angry, and the sticker's not getting anywhere. The sticker's like, I'm not moving, but the paint came off. Alright, so until I figure out how to get these stickers off, I'm just going to leave them, but I did get the skulls off of them, like the actual print work. These things are stuck on tight. It's insane. So there was one there, another skull here, and one on here, which I got off. There's another sticker in the back I'm not too keen on. Oh man, look what I found. Another stupid skull. I didn't even know this one was on this side. Another one to get off. Seriously? And after I was working at this, I saw there's one here yet. Come on! I do not get the infatuation with skulls. They're awful. They look terrible. They're nasty. Okay, hopefully we got all the skulls defaced now. This one, that one, that one. I really hope we can get them off somehow. If you have any tips, let me know. Anyway, I used this, I think it's called a D gasket or something. I used a small one and I went around and replaced everything on these hatches. So I hope now they'll stick. We cleaned them well. Here I have one that I just finished. So right here, we replaced the gaskets. So hopefully that will help a bit. So time to go make some dinner, and then hopefully we can come out and still get this thing cleaned. All right, so we are getting ready for our camping trip, and we are putting 2 racks on the back, fingers crossed. A smaller rack for like carrying extra stuff. And I'm really excited we got this rack from Verdayak. They sent us this, and we wanted a solution for our kayaks. We can't really put them on the top of the roof. We weren't sure where to put them. We really want to take our kayaks along. So there's very few companies that make this, because I was searching for them. And there's a rack that you can put into a hitch receiver and put the kayaks vertically. So we're gonna see if we can get 2 racks on this little Toyota, see how it works out. So guys, yeah, I'm pretty excited about this kayak rack, and Nolan's gonna come out and help.
The unboxing video.
Oh,
Plastic! Yeah! It's plastic with, it looks like some white paper and plastic. Pretty much. No way! It's a receiver hitch. Yeah.
So we got this rack off of Amazon, and there's links below if you're interested. We're hoping that we can fit both of these racks on the back.
This was also off of Amazon.
Oh, right.
Links here. Here is 4 bolts.
You ready? Ready?
Look at this.
Oh, wow.
Another one. Oh.
That almost got your toes. Let mommy see it. So this is an anti-rattled thing that you put inside the hitch, the way we understand. Look, Xander, Daddy has a boat.
Elmo's discount guide service.
What? Oh, man. So we really like this rack, but Nolan's kayak is a 12-footer, and it's pretty narrow, so it really hangs down far. He's thinking of trying to drill some holes to make it a little bit higher, Or maybe we'll just, he does like my shorter kayak, maybe we'll sell this one and get a shorter one so he can, because that sticks up pretty high. If we try to have a foot clearance on the bottom or so. I'm not sure if we need that much, but yeah. We'll see once. He wants to try to figure something out tomorrow, but we're letting it go for tonight. But pretty much everything's set up now. So I didn't show it in this video, but we got the kayaks to fit quite well. Granted, they were a bit high, sticking up above the camper, but we did measure before we left and they were going to easily fit under bridges, just so. But we did end up later on selling Nolan's big long kayak and buying a shorter one, so it'll be easier from here on out to go kayaking. His kayak was really long and narrow, so it didn't fit quite as well in the bottom. It just went down through too far. It should have been a little bit wider. And it was a 12-foot kayak, so that's like the maximum you can have on this rack, and it was just a little bit too high for us. So while it did work perfectly fine for our first camping trip, the next time we take them out, we're gonna have a different kayak for Nolan, so hopefully it'll work out better. Anyway, we're gonna have a full review of the kayak rack on our next video because it is so handy. We took it camping and people kept asking us, where did you get that rack? That is so cool. There's not very many companies that make them. And believe it or not, it's made in the States, so that is awesome. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope you all have a good day, and we'll see you next time. Bye.